Prom is a special time of year, and nothing is more important than finding the right dress. So when Hollywood movies come out with some of the most iconic dresses of all time, it's hard not to be inspired. From a dress made famous by Marilyn Monroe to a dress that will make you feel like a pretty woman, these girls are sure to live their happy ending on prom night. Wait until you see the dress inspired by Titanic. If you are new to our channel, be sure to subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up. Today, we are showing you 10 prom dresses inspired by popular movies. Harry Potter. With the popularity of the Harry Potter series, it shouldn't be a surprise that someone would want to bring the magic of the movie to their prom night. But when we think about the Harry Potter series, we usually think of Harry Potter himself. Sorry, Harry, you aren't the inspiration for this prom look. This look came from a girl who identifies with Hermione's incredible fashion sense. When Hermione showed up to the Yule Ball in this fabulous ombre dress, she was the most gorgeous girl there. It didn't take long for fans to start gushing over how much they needed to make their dress theirs. Wanting to create her own Yule Ball moment, this girl practically ripped Hermione's dress right off of her. The beautifully layered dress is definitely a showstopper. The light pinks and delicate fabric make this dress a dead ringer for the original. We are sure Hermione wouldn't mind the fashion nod. The best part about this dress is that we can almost guarantee no one else had this look, and telling by the face of her date, he is also a fan of this spellbinding look. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days is such a great movie that even guys love it. It doesn't hurt that Kate Hudson is easy on the eyes throughout the whole movie. One of the most iconic parts of the film is the fabulous yellow dress worn by Kate Hudson's character Andy. The long flowing dress made Andy stand out for all the right reasons. That is, until she took the stage and the whole plot of the movie started to unfold. Though this girl probably wasn't trying to find a way to lose her prom date in 10 days, she was getting some inspiration from Andy's dress. The shade of yellow is identical to the dress worn in the movie, not to mention the fantastic low-cut back exposing just enough skin. This girl did add her own personal touch to her version of the yellow dress. She decided to add a beaded trim around the back and straps of the dress, making it her own signature look that we are sure her prom date wasn't running from. Hopefully, her night ended a lot better than Andy's did when she rocked the similar frock. Grease. The movie Grease was High School Musical before High School Musical. It is the story of romance in high school with a bunch of teens breaking into songs every other scene. That being said, it's one of the most famous movies of all time, and for good reason. The wardrobe was fantastic, especially when you get to the school dance where everyone breaks out into the hand jive. The star of the show is Sandy, and her white dress she wore to the dance. The dress symbolized her innocent character, not to mention it looked stunning on her. Thankfully, the look has been updated for the modern girl with this cute white dress. This dress is not only simple, but its puffed skirt also makes it a nice nod to the one Sandy wore in the movie. This dress does show a little more leg than Sandy's, but who cares? It's still adorable and completely appropriate. All you need is the perfect pair of dancing shoes and someone as cute as 1970s John Travolta. This dress is ideal for anyone who wants to show off their dance moves and be completely stylish at the same time. Pretty Woman. The movie Pretty Woman is like an alternative Cinderella story. It gave every girl in the 90s hope that their Prince Charming was out there. It also made every girl green with envy because Julia Roberts had the most amazing wardrobe in the film. One of the most fabulous gowns in movie history has to be the red dress Julia Roberts' character wore to the opera in Pretty Woman. The bright red color and off-the-shoulder sleeves were simply stunning, not to mention the dress hugged her curves in all the right places. It shouldn't be shocking that this is also the perfect look for prom. Just look at this girl's twist on the Hollywood classic. She is rocking the same ruby tone as well as the off-the-shoulder sleeves. The elegant dress gets a bit of an update from behind. This girl decided to give this dress her own touch by adding a cutout back. She also got rid of the loads of fabric in the original dress and opted for a more flowing silhouette. This is a fabulous upgrade, and we have to say it, she is totally giving Julia Roberts a run for her money. Breakfast at Tiffany's. The movie Breakfast at Tiffany's is one of the most celebrated films in history. From the wardrobe to Audrey Hepburn's acting chops, it's easy to be inspired by this movie. The opening scene of the film features Hepburn's character enjoying her breakfast while window shopping at Tiffany's. But the scene most famously showcases the most loved look from the movie, Hepburn's black dress, pearls, and bouffant hair. This iconic look has been replicated several times over the years, but it's starting to get a modern twist. This girl wanted to have her own Breakfast at Tiffany's moment in her cute black dress. The dress has the same sleeves as the original, but it is much shorter. In fact, the silhouette is completely different than the original. but that is what makes this dress so great. It's a more youthful and fun approach to the classic dress, perfect for a teen girl going to prom. There are just a few things missing from this look to make it even better. She needs a string of pearls, Hepburn's iconic hairstyle, and a cute prom date to kiss in the rain. Never been kissed. Not only do we get to see Drew Barrymore's character try to pass as a teenager and never been kissed, but we also get to see all her nightmarish flashbacks, including a flashback to her character's first prom night that happens to be in the 80s. Sadly, that prom night didn't end too well, but not before we see Barrymore's character rocking this fabulous pink 80s frock. The metallic material and puffy sleeves made it the perfect dress for making fun of the questionable 1980s fashion. Considering the dress is downright awful in the movie, it's hard to believe anyone would want to replicate it for their own prom. But we stand corrected because this girl totally rocks her version of the dress like a queen. This updated version pays homage to the original with its pink color and bit of sheen. This girl decided to lose the sleeves and go for a more flattering neckline. The A-line bottom is also an upgrade from the tacky original. By wearing this dress, we are sure this girl saved herself from her own nightmare prom flashback. The Hunger Games. Teenagers love the Hunger Games series, and they love Katniss Everdeen even more. Even in the movie, people couldn't get enough of the Everdeen and her evolution from poor girl to national sensation. During her ride to the top, she gave an extraordinary interview which involved a very special dress. Who could forget when Everdeen took the stage to show that her dress could create fire when she twirls? The iconic frock has made its way to real life via this girl's prom dress. Notice how similar the two red gowns are, even down to the neckline? This girl chose to represent the flames from Everdeen's dress with fabric instead of actual fire, which we are sure is much safer. The sparkling sequin details are also a nice touch in this girl's replica. Though we are certain this girl wishes her dress made fire when she spun, we are also sure her school officials were happy they didn't have to deal with the fire hazard. Either way, this dress is a showstopper and proves that you don't have to be Katniss Everdeen to rock a fiery hot dress. The 7-year itch. When you think of Marilyn Monroe, you probably think about old-school Hollywood beauty. What teenage girl wouldn't want to try to have some old Hollywood glamour for themselves on prom night? And who better to be inspired by than Marilyn Monroe herself? The dress that people remember her the most for is from the movie The 7-Year Itch. You may recognize the white frock that she has to hold down to make sure she doesn't expose herself. From photo shoots to Halloween costumes, the dress has inspired women for decades, and it's making a comeback. This modern take on the white halter dress with pleated skirt is a dead ringer for the one Monroe wore in the classic film. The only difference between the two is the fact that the skirt is shorter than the original, which we think is a complete upgrade. This girl just needs to make sure it's not windy the night of prom, or she will have an unexpected Marilyn Monroe moment. Thankfully, the updated version of the dress appears to have more layers than the original, which may come in handy in case of a windy situation. Titanic. If you haven't seen the movie Titanic, you need to run, not walk to your television, and start watching now. The film is a modern-day classic, and the wardrobe is out of this world. The movie was set in 1914, and the fashion of that time is so elegant, meaning we understand why someone would be inspired to wear these styles to their prom. One of the fabulous dresses from the movie is the dress Rose wears to dinner with Jack. It is also the dress she is wearing when she starts to fall in love with him. The dress features a beautiful dark red hue and beaded and lace details. This girl nailed it in her rendition of Rose's beautiful gown. This version is not only modern, but it is also more practical for prom. The original was probably really heavy from all the beadwork, and this one looks light and airy. The lace detail is also a nice nod to Rose's dress and the fashion of the era. We even love the fact that the modern version added one long sleeve, which is not only fashionable but also totally chic. Mean Girls. The movie Mean Girls is one of the most hilarious and touching films from the past 15 years. Considering it was based on high school students and there was a prom dance, it is easy to imagine that someone would be inspired by the movie. But you may be surprised by which character this person drew their inspiration. In the film, Janice is an outsider to the plastics or the popular Mean Girls. She wears alternative fashions, is artsy, and likes to break gender roles. Because of this, she shows up in a suit to prom, inspiring this young girl to do the same. It shows that you don't have to rock a dress to look good at prom. Some of the best outfits of the dance happen to be the sleek suits mostly worn by guys. This girl throws all caution to the wind by rocking this purple suit that is almost identical to the one Janice wears in the movie. She even nailed the polka-dotted bow tie. Not only did she make a killer statement about prom fashion, but she looked awesome while doing so. Plus, we are sure she was one of the most comfortable girls there. All we can say is, you go, girl.
Thanks for watching. Please check out our friend at The Hub for amazing list videos about incredible people, science, technology, and extraordinary events. We love these guys, and if you love them too, please subscribe.
What do you think about these prom dresses inspired by movies? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to The Taco.